It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. To return it, Darius Phillips. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. That's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well. Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Phillips. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points. I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Not going to be successful as he'll lose a couple of yards on first down. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. On 2nd and 12, Mond. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mond. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down. And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive with Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Mon. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second and 8 coming up. Here's Mon. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 55, Mike, 55. Watch the curve.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. It's Mixon on the counter, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the former Viking first rounder, Trey Waynes. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mon airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 37. First down, Minnesota. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give. This is Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, it's Cook again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First down, Vikings.
$10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Vikings 7.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Up to make the play there defensively, Von Bell, leading tackler in Cincinnati last year.
At the 20-yard line.
Second and 10. Off the play fake, Mon.
Escaping the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He needed 2. He only got 1 on the sneak, and that's going to lead us to a 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow on play action. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here we go. Ready? Raise hot. Hot. Here we go. 11 MC. Hey. 11.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. That's to Chase, he's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Bond going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mond out of the shotgun. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
As we all know, a big priority for Cincinnati in 2021 is building up the line on both sides of the ball. They want to protect Joe Burrow on the offensive side, but the defense as a whole only produced 17 sacks last year, the lowest total in the NFL. So getting to the quarterback, as we just saw there, that's a nice sign for the Bengals.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
The kick by Marr is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mon looks to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Ready? Ready, set. 11, 90.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. He'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run to the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Mond.
Mond's pass complete to Adam Thielen. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Now Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Give them a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Marr on for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game 24-24. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the 1st-round pick and T. Higgins the 2nd.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they go play action now. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There you go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the
Vikings now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Sheds off the tackle, and they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 18. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. But they go play action here. Mon. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Handoff comes to Cook, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Burrow. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
12.
Now Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Burrow. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.